court, man.
What? Why
Gucci was gonna tell the whole time. Gucci did all that high price. I'm telling you though, I ain't gonna lie. I never bought it from Gucci, bro. I never did because the nigga bragged about illegal killing and defending his house.
I think the way Trill broke it down in the chat was ill though, because he was like, basically when that happened, he had to tell right then. like he had to say, yo, the nigga trying to come and take my chain. He broke it down crazy in the chat, and I kind of understood that, even though I don't like, because he bugged out with that. Trill bugged out with that.
I told you, man.
He made a snitch track, bro. First person in history to make a snitch track.
Let me tell a story, y'all dumb. But I came to some conclusions, bro. I came to a couple conclusions. In the artistic space, the world is in love with clients.
Break it down.
In the artistic space today, the world is in love with clients.
Clients
mean like people that's a little off.
Okay.
Like okay. A couple things happened in my life I've talked to y'all about, and I'm like, man, all these people is clients. Like, they're a little bit on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean it as an insult. I mean, like, maybe I think it was some places where the brain stopped developing. I don't know if it was like a developmental disable or something else happened, but something happened. But Gucci always been like that. Gucci always been off. Y'all been just enjoying that man music, and y'all know that man ain't all the way there. And I just be looking at a lot of people in the space that's like, especially on the internet, like with social media, as social media is taking off. Like, I'm really thinking about it. The world got an affinity, feel me, for people on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like patience. And I'm like, and I'm just thinking about Gucci, and I'm like, of course. Like, I'm telling you, even when he was up on that stage with Jeezy, like I saw somebody was saying that, I was like, I remember, so the last time I was on Twitter, I was like, man, this man got to be accountable. You did all that top-notch wolfing about tough talk and street, and you'd never go to the police, and now you telling the whole story. And I thought to myself, and they said, I'm like, they like, gee, man, but you know, he had to get into the mood when he was doing the verses. I'm like, the mode to scream that, hey, I'm to insult a dead man, like to insult that man that you murdered in self-defense of invading your space. That was the space you was in. Oh, I'm smoking on Pookie. That you think that's cool? And I be so mad because I be like, bro, I hate that these people think this of the streets. Like, one of the hardest things, Trap, for me is being a person really from the streets that pride themselves in lessons from the streets, good or bad, that really pride themselves. And then they start comparing people that I could tell ain't street.
Yeah.
And like, it's like when I listen to people act and they think LA action is like they don't open their mouth. Who the fuck talks like that?
About mumbling and shit.
Like I remember, shout out to Dams and Idris. I remember when he was doing Franklin Saint and he wouldn't open his mouth to talk. I was like, who talks like that? It's like a caricature of LA. And I'm like, but that's how Gucci is. Gucci is a caricature of street niggas. It's just like this over-exacerbated idea of what a street nigga is. You on the stage talking about you smoking on somebody's dead friend in a rap battle where you just playing music. And then a couple of days later, you double back and now you in court and you about to tell these people. And here's something else I realized, The streets give us integrity.
Okay.
Right? Like, by definition, here it is. By definition, King, right?
I'm listening.
King mic on?
Yeah, my mic is on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. You got a point.
Integrity is the quality of being honest, having strong moral principles, and maintaining consistency in actions, values, and methods. Consistency and principles and strong morals and principles. The law is different. Like, the law allows you to operate in an unmoral standard, right? Like, you could be at your job. Like, here's something for like regular civilians. People be at their job and they will tell on something that somebody else is doing wrong to try to advance their whole career.
Facts.
Right? That's not against the law, so they don't have no problem with being that, and nobody frowns upon that. But in the streets, that's frowned upon. Like that's bad principles. That's bad morals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a way you conduct yourself through the streets.
That's
and
snitching.
I noticed that that's not the same consistent theme. It's not snitching, because snitching is like if you doing the same thing.
In the streets is considered snitching. You telling and trying to get ahead.
No, that's not considered snitching. Snitching is when it's a criminal, right? It's a criminal, and he's getting the police involved in anything, right? Outside of the fact of filing something for insurance. You required to be you have to be a criminal. Like if somebody's at the job and they not punching their time clock and you punching your time clock, but you getting an extra hour, you leave an hour, and somebody else punching your time clock when you leave, you would use a reference as snitching.
I'm talking about it's equivalent in the criminal world. If you was doing that kind of actions, you would be a snitch in the criminal world.
Facts.
You know, I understand what you're talking about in the citizens, but I'm talking about if you was doing that same shit in the criminal world, you'll be a snitch.
Only because you're a criminal.
Yeah, only because you're a criminal.
But see, in this world, they do anything to get ahead. Like they do anything to get ahead.
Do they do it under the name of law?
No, law becomes the way they behave themselves, long as they not breaking the law.
Okay.
Like I've watched so many people make this argument for Gucci. Well, you know, he running a business. Bitch, he been running a business the whole time.
That's some bullshit.
All this shit, he was on business when he was talking about all this stuff happened. How the fuck now he on business? What you mean he on business? You can't be talking about you a street nigga, and that's where Pooh Shiesty got it wrong. Pooh Shiesty thought he was dealing with another nigga from the streets. And now you got a bunch of niggas who wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight trying to tell you, you know what I mean? Oh man, this how shit. Shut the fuck up. Third thing I realized, Trap. Third thing I realized, I'm done arguing the streets with niggas on social media.
I've been stopped doing that, dude.
I am done. I'm going to explain to you, here's the street principle, and that's it. You niggas is nice as a motherfucker. You're not gonna break no laws. If this was the plantation, you'd be sitting here already. You'd just be stuck on that motherfuckers. You ain't finna do nothing to try to get off of it.
They'll be telling on you.
They'll do whatever they had to do. They'll do whatever they had to do.
I ain't discussing street shit with squares no more, man.
And then niggas be arguing with me. People be arguing with me about shit that I'm like, bro, this is like my expertise. That's like if I came to your job and you a nurse and you telling me about my health. These streets, culture is my expertise. This is my expertise. It's my fucking expertise. I have survived my whole life through all this crazy shit. I don't know. See, listen, 1,000 rappers talk about what they did in LA. I watch a lot of people use the term failed rapper to different people. They've said it to me, Glad failed rapper. How the fuck is a sherm dealer a failed rapper? I ain't tried to rap my whole life. I'm a sherm dealer that started rapping. Once I made my first $1 million, it was over. I won. That was all I ever thought about. I never thought about nothing else. My thing was to come in the hip hop trap, to come into the rap game, make a couple $1 million, and become a longshoreman, because the streets have fucked off my chances of being a pharmacist. I didn't think I could be a pharmacist because I got convicted of selling drugs. So when I got into rap, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just make some rap money. Then I'm gonna go get this. I'm gonna go buy a job being a longshoreman, and then I'm gonna ride off into the sunset. I had already made millions of dollars before I knew what a BPM was. But this is the thing. Imagine me calling somebody a failed anything. I'm starting to realize, like, these niggas don't have no integrity. Who even talks to people like this? The way people talk to me on Twitter, I'll be like, you don't have no integrity.
Facts.
They'll say anything, bruh. They'll be on this motherfucker, be like, well, fuck your mother. Yeah, she's gotten, I hate her. I hate her ugly face. You don't even know my mama.
Nah.
That's how they talk to each other on Twitter. These motherfuckers don't got no integrity, bruh. The internet, social media don't got no integrity. That's why they follow motherfuckers with no integrity. That's what I'm starting to realize, Trap. They follow a bunch of motherfuckers without no integrity. Who talks to people like that? Even when I'm on Twitter, shout out to everybody at the lunch table that follow me. Y'all don't see me talking crazy to nobody. You ain't never heard me call somebody bitch or say fuck they mother or talk to them crazy or talk about what they do at their job. Oh, you know what? You at your burger, you flipping your burgers, or you the way you park the cars. I don't look how they talk to each other over an opinion. Like over if I'm saying a rapper who has no actual connection to street urban culture. And it's just a fact. And they get on that motherfucker and just be saying anything. Oh, you ain't got no money. I got way more money than you. Do you know how far the difference between me and Jay-Z is the difference between me and you? What the fuck does that mean? Like, it be motherfuckers tomorrow, well, you ain't get that much engagement. And they got like 3 followers. Like, why would you talking? Why can't we act like we got sense? And I realize why. Because the streets give you sense. Mm-hmm. The streets allow you to see things in a very primitive place because you see a motherfucker bigger, you got to watch what you say to him. You got to talk to him like you got some sense. If you think somebody could whoop your ass, feel me? That's what it is. I ain't never called Diddy the B word. I said I'd beat Diddy ass in a fight. You ain't never heard me call Diddy the B word, Trap. I ain't never called Diddy because I don't think Diddy is I don't think that, P. I don't think Diddy is no bitch, bro. I don't think that. So I know I never said that. So again, I'm just saying, how am I gonna be this person full of integrity, full of purity and honesty and factual base, dealing in a world that people don't even know how to talk to each other? They don't even know how to speak to each other. Like, people get mad at me like I'm saying something about J. Cole, like I disrespected this man, like I talked about his mother, or like I talked about his children, or like I talked about him. We're talking about incidents that happened, and I still talk about the man like I got some sense. Ain't nothing I said one time that I would not say to that nigga face, Trap. You think I wouldn't be calling him and telling him right now, if we sitting down across from each other, I'm like, man, why the fuck would you get on that song if you say you the homie? He would have a harder time dealing with me than I'd have a harder time dealing with him because he did the bullshit. He was the unsavory motherfucker. That's why. And so I'd always be able to stand in the place that I'm standing in. But it hit me, Trap. How the fuck I'm gonna talk street shit with a bunch of people without no integrity?
Nah, you can't do that, man. That should have get you nothing but frustrated right there because they're not even gonna seem to understand. I'm saying
I'm watching these square motherfuckers, Trap. Yeah. Oh man, well because Gucci is a businessman. He been in the business. Shut the fuck up. Hell, you talking about? You heard this man screaming to this shit. You just seen this man not even a year ago when a couple months ago the rumors was floating about this happening, right? And I'm like, well, why the fuck? I'm telling the homies, I'm like, why the fuck would they rob Gucci? Like, why? I didn't believe it because I'm like, why would they rob Gucci? Even everybody framing this as a robbery don't